is going on, everyone, and welcome to Kart 6T3. My name is Ben. Thank you very much for stopping by. Real quick before we get started here, if you didn't mind hitting a like on the video, possibly subscribing to the channel if you are new here, and if you are new here, welcome. We like to talk about karts and parts and this and that, and normally I'd be doing stuff out in the garage, showing how chains are lined up and this and that. And I try and be a one-stop shop for everything kart related, which includes these ideas for videos. Actually, these are viewer suggestions that I've been doing lately because I'm kind of trapped indoors. It's not cold out though. It's New York. It doesn't look like we're going to have a white Christmas, but all my stuff's up here. I told you in the last video. Anyway, I digress. This was one of the viewers. They wanted to know about sponsorship. Now, I have done, up front, I have done a video on sponsorship before. I'll try and tag it below if I remember to do that when I'm uploading all this. But I thought I could talk about it again because it really is a big enough, I don't want to say issue, it's a big enough topic that it deserves probably a couple videos just to kind of get the idea of what you're looking for, what's possible, and stuff like that. Okay, maybe we'll start with that first. What is possible? It is a rarity, if ever, to get something like, say, a Home Depot or a Lowe's or a Walmart or what you see sponsoring NASCAR cars, those really big corporations or incorporateds or just businesses that are doing very well for themselves. Bass Pro Shops, you get the drift. Anyway, for your local kart related, hey, I'm a local driver, you might have an easier time grabbing somebody a touch bigger, say if you're running a state series, if you're showing up to that. But a lot of the NASCAR sponsorship has to do with time on track. Their cars, they got big billboards, they're doing meet and greets beforehand, they're getting photos, they're in advertisements. Their logo is all over the place. It's on the fire suit, it's on the car, they're displayed everywhere. Well, take into consideration how little your kart is. And if you are running local, how little that stage is. So my suggestion on sponsorship is to go locally. For instance, we'll take some of my sponsors. Aratari might not be back on board this year, or this coming year, 2024. Johnny is retiring. I don't expect it. I'm not going to ask for it. But Johnny is my longest sponsor. He has contributed to my efforts every single year. Super dude. My dad used to buy products from him back when he was doing body work here in New York. I just like Heger. He's a good dude. GoPro, obviously. The biggest one, Beard Octane. You see it all over everything. They are my primary sponsor. I'm hoping, again, for this season coming up that they want to continue that relationship. And it is just that. When I'm talking about local, no, Beard Octane isn't local to me. They're in Connecticut. But I have been a supporter of their products since I started growing a beard. So I started growing a beard in 2018. I started using their products very shortly in the early stages of 2019. They have been around since 2018. So I've been, there since almost the beginning. And with my other channel, Benjamin Reviews, I reviewed some of their products. I got to know the owner. I know a lot of the people that actually work there are affiliated with the Beard Octane crew. There is a personal relationship there. And I'm not, obviously, you don't be sniping my sponsor. But what I'm saying is that personal relationship is what makes that sponsorship possible. It's one thing to you can do it if you want. Maybe there's some place that might do some sort of racing. You can reach out to it. These bigger companies, send them an email. The worst they can ever say is no. If you want to be that bold, reach out, send an email, contact however it is on Facebook Messenger, whatever it is. If you're if you're bold enough, be respectful, but to ask, hey, would you ever consider sponsoring my cart? Now, on the flip side of that, you're going to have to show somewhat of worth. Now, let's be realistic on the small scale. I spoke about to begin with it's going to be on your cart. It's not, that noticeable on a dirt track. You're racing on a 10th mile bull ring or a 5th mile or this or that. Obviously the bulletin board isn't really your cart. It's you. So how do you go on social media? Beard Octane, regardless of being my sponsor or not, I share their stuff because I support them. I like their products and everything like that. But now that they are a sponsor of mine, you notice that I provide videos in shorts and whatever on this channel. If you get on my social media, I'm constantly, I try and do videos for them. Try and broaden their, like I said, the billboard isn't that big on a cart, but what billboard is big is the social media presence, tagging them in your efforts, tagging them in things. Hey, have you, considered buying this? Have you seen this company? Find a way to make your worth their time. That personal relationship comes in, and then all of a sudden they see, hey, this person's, putting our name out there, getting it out to people who may not know who we are, and that makes it worthwhile to them because, monetarily wise, how many, kart racers actually have beards? How many kart racers are actually going to buy beard products? I'm sure there's a few. I've interacted with you. Anybody at any time can reach out and talk to me about Beard Octane, but it's more so that I'm broadening the horizon. When I share stuff on my social media platforms, when I'm on Facebook and Instagram and all that, I'm subjecting their logo, their products to somebody else that may not have seen it before. So there, like I said, people may not directly, be like, oh, Ben Taft is sponsored by Beard Octane, I'm going to buy that. But now that, I've mentioned here that, hey, my dad grows a beard. I wonder if he would like, this could be somebody not even, that it just happens to get in their feed. That's the idea behind it. You have to make yourself, I want to say look bigger than you are, but you have to offer something to the company. Of course, that you can't, especially nowadays when things are a lot tighter, companies are not as willing to contribute as much money as they maybe once were. And it's just as hard, if not harder, on us without sponsorship to continue doing what we're doing. So it's a double-edged sword. They don't want to spend the money. We need the money. So you have to find, some kind of way to extract that, but obviously in a polite and professional manner. Now, one thing I will say this is a pet peeve of mine. When you're posting on your Facebook, your Instagram, your whatever, when you're looking for sponsorships, please spell sponsor right. It's just a thing. I know not everybody is the greatest speller, and I'm not picking on you per se, but I'm kind of picking on you. It's sponsor. There's no C in sponsor. And when you're selling something, it's not for sell either. While I'm at it, okay, it's not for sell. It's for sale. You need to clean that up. Honestly, all joking aside, when you're asking for sponsorship and you haven't taken the time to actually spell sponsor right, it's not a great look. And, no company is going to, or person or whatever, is going to jump right on there and be like, oh, let me throw money at this person. But, tires are expensive, engines are expensive, chassis are expensive, racing in general is expensive, and trying to acquire money, it definitely helps the situation, that we put ourselves in. But I think there is something to be said for what I mentioned before, the return, for getting their name out there. It is going to be a battle to get whatever sponsors you possibly could. I mean, not for nothing, I have a car channel. I have oh, by the way, 3,500 subscribers. Thank you very much. I did want to mention that, but I have this platform that's growing, and I'm super appreciative. And it's like, you would think that maybe sponsors would be like, hey, then again, I don't put myself out there. I put myself out there in the context of of this channel, but I also don't reach out. Hey, would you like to advertise on this? I don't want to say it's not my personality. It makes me uncomfortable asking people for money. It's just, it really does. I'm in that thing. Like I would love 5, 10, different sponsors for my kart racing, for the channel, for this and that. But I also know that I don't want to cheapen myself. I don't want to put myself out and make promises I can't keep. So if it's only one sponsor, it's only 2 sponsors, 3 sponsors, whatever it is that I can devote my time to, that I can put their name out there on the internet, I think this is something that you might want to consider. Yes, you can get, a $20 sponsor here, a $20 sponsor there, and you can put a sticker on your cart. That'd be great. But if you're looking for a long-term type of situation, you might want to consider what kind of time and devotion you're willing to put towards your sponsor before maybe you even consider asking them for money. So, like I said, this is a very nuanced type of video. There are so many different avenues that could go right, they could go wrong, but like I said before, the worst they can say is no. Now, it's a rejection that's tough. For a long time, I'd be reaching out to people I knew or businesses around here, and they just say no. And you just got to kind of take it. It's like, what? How do I make myself more appealing that maybe they would want to contribute towards my efforts? I guess is where I'm going to that. So everything I'm saying about myself, I don't mean to talk about myself. It's not my intention, but if you hear what I'm saying, you hear the dynamics that have to go on between you and a sponsor and what you can offer one another. Take my experience and apply it to wherever you're gonna go. So there you go, guys. Somebody was asking me, how to get sponsorship. Like I said, very nuanced, very tough. People parting with money, especially nowadays, is a tough sell. But there are people that love racing. There are people that love helping others. There are people that want to support things like kart racing, a family-oriented sport, and that might be part of your sell. Listen, I take my family racing. This is, you can be on my trailer, you can be on my cart, you can be on my social media all the time. These are things that, make it come home for them. That you're not just looking to blow through their money and don't care about them. You care about them, they will care about you, and it's kind of a mantra, so to speak, that, it's the golden rule. I live by it. I try and help all I can help in hopes that maybe when I need help, that help is there from somebody else type of thing. So anyway, not to get all philosophical and stuff on you, but he's getting serious. The guy who laughs and stuff's getting real serious. Anyway, I really do appreciate you guys coming back. As always, I can't thank you enough for 3,500 subscribers. I know I made a post about it. I know it might sound old. He keeps on saying something every 500 subscribers. It means that much to me. It means that much to me that you guys keep on coming back. You keep on supporting, watching my videos, commenting on the videos, suggesting different videos. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for this channel and for myself, because I really do enjoy doing these things for you guys. So I will see you next week in a video. I've been meaning to put shorts out. I just keep on forgetting. It's nothing against you. It's not you. It's me. So, all right, guys, I will see you next week. Later.